What a name. This is a pretty good short film, hey, Clam? Totally, Mitch! Disclaimer, I have nothing against Christianity or Moody Bible Institute. I do, however, have something against very poorly made short films. That being said, let the riff begin. Yes, the Moody's Institute of Science has been paid for by a grant from the Genie of the Lamp. The Richard Nixon story. Oh, a horse is a horse, of course.
Of a world with 1 or 2 horsepower.
I fail to see how that's pleasant, good sir.
Would find himself quite out of place on a
Everyone's driving the exact same car, just like in Springfield.
The Iron Horse was a modern marvel when grandmother was a
No
girl.
opening for Iron Horse, it's Wild Stallions! Ah, what a great visual metaphor for how disconnected I am from the short already. Oh, the red button is the one that dooms us all via nuclear fallout. My bad, won't happen again.
Today, cameras and rockets 100 miles above the Earth are giving us a glimpse of what the passenger of tomorrow may consider commonplace.
Like dirt. And dirt. When did I mention dirt?
Well, this certainly is an age of progress, isn't it?
Well, if I was any wider, I'd be
There's
invisible.
been more of scientific discovery, more of technical advancement and material progress in your lifetime and mine.
Then bleach
And
applied
all
to
the
my
ages
face
of
each
history.
morning.
Invention has become the symbol of the age. And the mousetrap could well be the symbol of invention.
No, it couldn't.
What father hasn't said to his offspring, son? Build a better mousetrap and the world will be the pathway to your door.
Only every father
And
in the
the sons have
history
been
of the
busy.
planet.
Doing just that. Thinking, planning, working.
Plotting,
And they built
scheming.
their better mousetraps. For man has discovered a lot of things.
But can he find out why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
And yet perhaps the most embarrassing discovery is the fact that regardless of what man may invent or devise, nature had it first.
Yeah, suck it, man.
Traps?
Wait.
Why, there are literally millions of them.
Well, 5
Far more
anyway.
wonderful and complex than anything man has ever thought of.
Yeah, man, what have you ever done, idiots? This is like a nice place to relax. Oh, sweet Aunt Jemima, my organs are being digested! I wonder when no one sees Johnny anymore. Oh dear God, the pain is unbearable. Man, I'm drunk. Is this where I left my keys? Oh, sweet Lord of the Flies! Well, the other 3 guys didn't come back, but maybe I'll be lucky and... Ah, my sister's butt crack! My lower half is being burned off of my body! Alright, say, this is a stick-up. I want everyone's hands in the air.
The similarity between a Venus flytrap and a bear trap is quite remarkable, isn't it?
Not at all,
General
Transparent
appearance,
Ghostman.
The teeth, the action. Now, the bear trap has a trigger right
Do you dare me to touch it?
there.
Psych.
And if that trigger is pushed... Now, the Venus flytrap has a trigger also. In fact, it has 6 of them.
In fact, your triggers have
3
triggers,
on each
and some
side.
triggers don't even exist.
But there's a difference. The bear trap doesn't know a bear from a piece of wood. But the Venus flytrap does.
Yes, Venus flytraps are well
You
known
see,
for their
to
knowledge
touch
of
the trigger hair
bears.
just once is not enough. Nothing happens.
Buy dinner and a movie
But
first,
if we touch the
then
trigger
the magic
hairs more
happens.
than once, and at just the right intervals, the trap is sprung.
This
You
is the
see,
worst
no
tasting
energy
fly
is
I've ever
wasted on
eaten.
a twig or a leaf that might fall into the trap.
Yeah, vegetarians, you should be
But even
ashamed
more
of
amazing
yourselves.
is how those trigger hairs work. There is actually a flow of electrical current.
Here we
from
have
those
our
tiny trigger
patented
hairs to the
huge
apex
waste
the
of
plant.
money machine.
And when anything touches them, the flow of current is interrupted.
Pointless
Correct number
jargon,
of these
jargon,
negative
crap
impulses
jargon, lots
will
of
cause
bull
the trap
crap.
to
Got
spring.
it.
If the insect struggles to get away,
I can
more
break
pulses
these
cause the
cuffs.
trap to close
You can't
even
break
tighter.
those cuffs.
Man may have thought he built a better mousetrap,
But he was wrong.
one like
He was
this.
dead wrong.
the trap is also in the
Sorry.
stomach. The animal will
Ew.
soon be digested by the plant. And
Well,
in a
that's the
few
circle of
days,
life for you.
the Venus flytrap will be open for business again.
Oh, come on down and
Now that
die,
action of the
yeah.
jaws snapping shut. It can take place in a 25th of a second. It can even catch flies.
No,
And yet the
Sherlock.
plant is completely devoid of muscle tissue. That flow of electric current, we know it's there. And yet the plant has no nervous system. How does it happen? Someday we'll know.
We believe the Russians are behind
The
this
plant
somehow.
life of North America's bogs and swamps reveals that a master craftsman has laid out with intricate design a variety of traps to serve the needs of nature.
His name?
Some
Norm
of the
Abram.
traps are passive. The trumpet plant, for example, is a type of pitfall. It's composed of a long, slender tube which will average from 18 to 24 inches in length.
Also known as the
Down inside
Viagra
the tube are
plant.
tiny glands that produce a nectar, and the nectar serves to attract the insects. The cobra plant is another type of pitfall.
That should have been
And like all
censored.
the others, it may be passive, but it's very effective.
Oh, I wonder what adventures wait for me down here. Death!
The
This
hood
pic
of the
contains
plant is a
nothing
maze
but
of
death!
tiny windows. These appear to the trapped
Amazing,
insect
isn't
to
it?
be a way of escape. In a
I'll just go
frustrated
die
attempt for
now.
freedom, a false step usually occurs, and the insect adds to the daily mineral requirements of a carnivorous plant. Yet another type of pitfall is the pitcher plant.
Well, if they're the
The shape of
Cubs
the leaves
pitchers,
is
then they're as
responsible
useless as
for
a
its
sack of
name.
dirt.
The leaves actually grow in such a manner that they form pitchers. Pitchers that are 6 to 8 inches deep and as much as 1 to 2 inches wide.
The death of the hungry little caterpillar
Most
was
of
a
the
sad
pitfalls
affair.
simply allow the prey to follow the line of least resistance. Getting out, however, is an entirely different matter. The tiny hairs on the welcome mat suddenly become spears that surround a prison.
Britney
When an
Spears?
insect topples in, a pool of death awaits below.
Yep, still sounds like
The
Britney
liquid
Spears.
will put him to sleep and then digest him.
Another meal
traps
ruined by the
always
presence
eat
of
what
this
they catch.
liquid filth!
Beautiful, isn't it?
Horrible,
But these are
gruesome
not
death.
flowers.
Beautiful, isn't
They're
it?
leaves of the sundew plant, nature's own brand of flypaper, and they're covered with bright red hairs. The glands that manufacture the sticky secretion are located at the
He
ends
said
of these
secretion.
hairs, and it is through these same glands that the food is assimilated by the body of the plant. Talk about your traps.
Talk about your
This is
lazy
a working model of
transitions.
one of the most fantastic traps ever built.